Hi, and welcome to another Hopper Getting Started video. Hopper is a modern semicolon curly brace language similar to Java or C Sharp, but designed to run on small devices like microcontrollers or 8-bit microprocessors like the 6502. The boards I'm showing here are RP2040 boards, so compatible with the Raspberry Pi Pico. Anyway, how you get started is you go to the releases on the Hopper GitHub, and you'll find two files to download. The whole Hopper environment for your Windows machine is in this single zip file, and then these UF2 files are what you flash onto your board. Now, and you might have already flashed the board, then continued with your project, and then you wanted to do an update. And by the time you get to your update, things got a bit more complicated, and you've stacked other boards. And in an order you didn't have much control over. You had to put the screen on the outside, and you had to put the big relay on the other side. So you stuck with the actual microcontroller board being inside this little sandwich. Why is that a problem? Well, for many microcontroller boards, the boot select button, it would be inside there, and it would be hidden. So like here, the two buttons. So you wouldn't be able to reach it inside the stack. So how do you, and the way you get your UF2 file onto your device is you're supposed to drag and drop that into the device. And the way you get the device to appear is you unplug the USB, hold down the boot select button, and then plug it in again, and it appears on your machine as a USB drive, and then you can just drag and drop the file onto it. But what if you can't press that button? And also, if you keep unplugging and plugging in that serial port, especially on the micro USB ones on the Raspberry Pi Picos, the chances are you'll eventually damage the board, because it's quite delicate. The USB, I mean the micro USB ones are they're a lot more delicate, these little ones, and there again the boot select board might be hidden. So how do we get into that boot select mode without unplugging the board and without pressing the button? Well, that's where HopperMon comes in. So inside the Hopper environment, there's a console level debugger called HopperMon, or just HM. And as you can see, as I did that, the blinky lights stopped flashing, and it broke in to that running program. So it's like pressing brake. If I press F5 here, which it'll keep running, and then I can press Control C and I'll break it again. So this is a sort of assembler level debugger from Windows of what's happening on my microcontroller right now. If I press question mark here, I get all the help. And the interesting command is this recently added one here, E, to enter boot select mode only for the RP2040s. And as soon as I do that, we're connected over the serial port here, so as soon as I do that, it's going to disconnect the serial port, but hopefully it's going to go into boot select mode. Let's see if it does. There, we heard it go into boot select mode. So where are we? I've got to find it's on the other screen. Oh no, there it is. That was it. Yeah. It's just too big. It's filled my screen. Very confusing. Anyway, it launched this as soon as I did that. I can let me demonstrate that again. So I'll just unplug this and restart it. So let it restart. Wait until the lights are flashing. So from the console, the Hopper console, you type HM for HopperMon. It does like a break, and then you type E and enter, and there we go. It popped up as a USB drive. So I've got a little USB drive called RPI RP2. And now all I have to do to flash it is I just drag and drop my UF2 file onto it like that. There we go. Once that's done, it should close that window and it should reboot the device. And there we go. My lights are flashing again. Anyway, useful way to get your UF2 file onto your microcontroller without continually unplugging and replugging, or trying to have to hit that button if it's obscured. If you're not using one of the pre-made UF2s and you're using the Arduino IDE to manually build the runtime for Hopper, then this is actually even more useful. But that's sort of I'm hoping that you're using one of the pre-made ones, but I obviously added this feature because I need to do that quite a lot. Anyhow, Thank you for watching. I'll put some links to Hopper language videos and another getting started video at the end of this video. And in the description, I'll put a link to where you can find the Hopper releases on the GitHub repo.